finally let him catch a small fish. It's not enough for him to fill his teeth. And another, the distress signal, which covers an area of about 100 square meters, is ready. It can be seen at an altitude of 6 the position of the organ, and then pull the main line. The whole spider web rises with the chicken. To paste a rectangular pad in the form of zigzag hammock made of 100%. You know how to use duct tape to survive in the wild? In order to confirm this rumor, the two uncles be exiled on an isolated island. Use only glue to carry out all kinds of survival challenges. The first step, find a way to be found. They're going to use duct tape to make a huge distress signal. People in the air can clearly see the words of the signal. This is an important means of survival, but the only disadvantage is that the color of the tape is not eye-catching, can't attract the most attention. Even so, still have to hang up the signal. The tape is as thin as paper, unable to withstand the power of the sea breeze, but overlapping them will have a different effect. In a round of work, the uncle can't stand the exposure of the sun. In addition, if there is no water, you will get heatstroke soon. He sat in the shade, decided to make a hat out of duct tape, so you can stand up to the sun. He went back to work. Soon after, the distress signal, which covers an area of about 100 square meters, is ready. It can be seen at an altitude of 6.5 kilometers. Next, they have to solve the water problem. They came up with 2 ways. Or find water, or it is purified by seawater. No matter how, they all have to move around. In order not to hurt your foot, they need shoes. So I found the right wood. Customized limited edition shoes with duct tape. By processing the tape, 2 pairs of rubber shoes are freshly baked. Then they went into the jungle with confidence. A person can skip meals for weeks, but not without water for 3 days. So far, they haven't had a drink for hours. In such a hot environment, it's hard to avoid negativity in the heart. The time came to dusk. Finally found a piece of water. The uncle turned out to be a pool of stagnant water. You can't drink it. On the contrary, it will lose more body fluids because of dehydration. When it gets dark, they still haven't found a drop of water. We can only find a safe place to spend the dark night. They came to a meadow. Pick up the tape in your hand again. Make a bed on the grass. A hard day's work. They went to sleep without delay. No water or food. Uncle doesn't know if he can make it through tomorrow. Purify seawater into fresh water with adhesive tape. Do you believe you can do it? 2 uncles who haven't had a drink all day and all night. Get busy early the next morning. Fat uncle uses modern technology, thinking about how to mass produce fresh water. The other is responsible for continuing to find fresh water in the jungle. He repaired his rubber overshoes. Pick up the tape. Go up to the jungle. He found that some trees were growing luxuriantly. Must survive on some source of water. He walked along the low bushes. Leaping mountain. Looking for it for a long time. Not even a drop of water was found. And the fat uncle has started his freshwater experiment. He's building a solar evaporator. The principle is to use solar light distillation to collect fresh water. First of all, a manhole with seawater must be dug. Place one at the bottom of the manhole. A water storage container made of adhesive tape. Put a layer of plastic film at the mouth of the hole. The heat passing through the sun, it makes the water evaporate from the sand. Leave the salt. Water vapor will not condense on the surface of the plastic film as expected. Form water droplets, and then it will drop on the collection container. With the above theory, he dug the manhole. Make a water storage container. All we need is a piece of plastic film. He made a mesh frame out of duct tape used to support and fix the plastic film. And the plastic film is the outer packaging of the tape. To survive in the wild, we must make the best use of the resources at hand. Finally, spread the whole piece of plastic film on the wellhead. Everything is ready. All I need is a miracle. Sure enough, soon after, the surface of the plastic film has formed a layer of fog. It is collecting moisture in the wet sand. As long as you continue to wait patiently, it will be done. 2 hours later, Fat uncle is a little short of fresh water. Although the seawater has been successfully purified, but it can't meet 5% of their daily water needs. But the greasy uncle is different. When he was ready to give up, he found fresh water. The water problem has been solved. What needs to be considered right now is how to transport water back in large quantities. He took out duct tape to make a water storage container. It is not easy to be watertight. If there is a place to fold, the water will leak out. Can hold 5 liters of tape water bottle at a time. Finally, let him make it. The problem of water has been solved. Things have taken a turn for the better. At least it can last for a while. Go back to the shore. Drink ordinary fresh water. For the first time in my life, I think fresh water is so delicious. Next, they have to figure out how to fill their stomachs. You know how to make a trap with duct tape? In order to confirm the rumors, two uncles only bring a tool like duct tape have a survival challenge on an isolated island. They have finished using duct tape, solved the problem of water and shoes. They haven't eaten for 2 days. I'm crazy hungry. Uncle Fatso found the hardwood. Use duct tape to make harpoons. I'm not sure. It's relatively easy to make because the tape is soft and thin. Can easily paste and adjust fine position. Mark the balance point on the shoulder with duct tape to facilitate accurate fishing. Then twist out a rope with duct tape. Bind the low end of the harpoon. It can be easily recycled when thrown out. This chicken claw harpoon is finally made. Then he came to a vantage point. It's a little condescending. Chicken feet and harpoons are ready to go. Although the harpoon made of duct tape is very stable, but it's hard to capture. He couldn't wait to decide to go to sea and fight the fish. See the timing. Finally let him catch a small fish. It's not enough for him to fill his teeth. And another uncle found a chicken in the jungle. I've been chasing it crazily. I didn't catch it either. So he thought of making a trap out of duct tape. Trapping nets are generally made of wire ropes. Is one of the simplest hunting tools, but a trap net made of duct tape. This is the first time I've heard it. He fastened one end of the tape to a tree. Keep spinning. Twist out a tough rope. Turn into a trap. Put it hidden on the ground with weeds. When a chicken passes by, it can tie its feet with a pull of its hands. But the plan was not as successful as expected. It can be said to be useless. So he needs to make bigger traps. Weave the tape into a spider web. Lay flat on the ground when the chicken passes by, just like the robots in Star Wars, with the hope of catching them all. Drive the chicken to the position of the organ and then pull the main line. The whole spider web rises with the chicken. It's a beautiful idea. The reality is cruel. The second arrest failed again. The chicken escaped from the edge of the spider's web. The uncle's state of mind is about to collapse. He adjusted his mood again. Modify the bug of the spider web for the third hunt. This time he ran up cleverly to hold the net, in case the chicken escapes again, because he's starving. Finally, the challenge of hunting with duct tape is finally completed. 1 chicken and 1 fish. It has been the ultimate enjoyment here. Next, how do they solve the house problem with duct tape? Have you ever seen a hammock made of duct tape? The two uncles have taken care of the food and water. The gap between life and death has been crossed in order to fit the theme. Even life can't be separated from duct tape. This is the first time I've heard of drilling wood to make fire with plastic. The uncle made a bow and arrow out of duct tape and sticks. The other stick was involved in the tape, and then pull it back and forth. The stick at the bottom rotates very quickly. It can only be said that the greasy uncle's hand speed is not good. With the help of instruments, the friction of this frequency will produce enough ashes. I only saw the operation of the uncle. He tried again and again, until finally, he threw the duct tape bow to one side. It took a long time. Finally got the fire. The last thing you eat is not a pheasant, but fried chicken and meatloaf. The program group does not recommend hunting and killing wild animals, so use fast food instead. It's still a documentary of conscience. After eating and drinking enough, they are looking for a suitable big tree. Use duct tape to build dwellings. They went through the forest to find a century-old tree. It is very suitable for nesting. It should be no problem to build 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. The tree didn't say a word. Just take out the tape. Begin to tie up all kinds of flowers. Use duct tape to paste a rectangular pad in the form of zigzag. Hammock made of 100% adhesive tape. It's coming out now. Uncle went to sleep with great satisfaction. The homemade bed put him to sleep in a second. So they did it this way. Build 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. It's just a matter of time. After a while, the towering trees on the isolated island became their residence. Can keep out the wind and rain. Be nothing difficult. And taped floor tiles. You don't have to wear shoes when you get in and out of bed. Not only that, greasy uncle spent a lot of time. Make tables and chairs out of duct tape. There is also a game of chess to play. At this time, the fat uncle was thinking by the sea. How to use duct tape to seek excitement at sea. This is the perfect embodiment of being full and holding up. The next episode. See how uncle uses duct tape to make surfboards. You know how to make a surfboard out of duct tape? Uncle Fatso is actually thinking, make a surfboard with duct tape. He fastened the ends of the tape to the tree, hundreds of times back and forth. Stick out a piece of tape cushion, and then use weeds as pontoon fillers. Wrap 4 buoys together. Form a board. The shape is similar to that of an ordinary surfboard. After the production is completed, can't wait to rush into the arms of the sea. It turns out he can't surf. From the moment I started surfing, I've never seen him standing on the board, and repeatedly capsized the boat. It hurts when you lie down down. After testing, the surfboard made in this way is not sealed. The surfboard is a failure. Even so, he also completed a tape challenge project. 2 important survival goals for survival in the wild is for the brain to think. It turns out that keep your mind sharp through chess games, make them better at solving problems. To survive in this environment, there are many problems. Another key goal in the survival challenge has been achieved. The last thing left is to escape. The island survived for 4 days. They have achieved a lot of achievements and experience with duct tape. It is proof that the tape can survive in the wild. It is also time to escape this isolated island with glue. So they had a meeting. Discuss escape plans and food supplies to prepare. First, they have to make a tape boat, be able to fight against waves and voyages. The road to escape may be long. Prepare food and drinking water for weeks. After some discussion, the design of the boat is out, basically making a canoe about 6 meters long. There should be enough space to accommodate 2 uncles, plus all kinds of necessities. The canoe is also equipped with a string bracket, enhanced stability. The whole frame is made of bamboo. Then wrap it in a few layers of tape and finish it. It seems very simple to say, to make such an escape. It's more technical than anything they've done before, and the material is extremely limited. The next level depends on how they use tape boats to escape the island.